What's going on, world? It's another episode of Anime Brothers. I'm your boy Quiet Jams. I'm joined by Ty So Fly, who is munching on looks like potato chips right now, and Disciple Dashni, who is
Hey
not
yo,
munching on any potato chips right now.
surprisingly.
I'm not really surprised, but I mean, like,
I mean, no,
I'll
but
be
that's
surprised
usually
if
my thing. Eating during the episode, that's usually my thing.
oh,
That's
see,
true.
see, it's
That's
been
true.
such a long time. I haven't seen you eat dinner or order dinner on show for I
True.
don't know, at
Although
least
we
like two
we
months.
it's because we switch recording times.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
get
that's
now
Breakfast
that
time.
we recording in the mornings, I already get my breakfast taken care of.
right.
Um,
Coffee on lock. Let's
was
get
that
it
a?
popping. What you say?
I said, was that a cover on your coffee cup?
No, there's no cover on my cup. What are you talking about?
Oh, the rim. It looked like there's a cover.
Nope.
Ah,
All right. Well, I was gonna say, let's get it popping with another quick confession. Today's episode, season 1, Bleach, Before the Soul Society. Uh, quick confession. Favorite and least favorite characters in the first season? Go.
It's so like
um,
nothing really happened
Yeah.
during first season for me. That's kind of tough. I would say probably favorite character, maybe either Ichigo's dad, just because they have him as like I like the comedy characters. Like they give him the goofy. He's the goofy dude around like Ichigo or I mean Ishin or Chad. Because Chad was kind of cool too. Like Chad still gave me one of my funniest moments from season one, but I think I would go with probably Ishin because it was just straight comedy all around. I mean, least favorite character during season one was Ishin, not Ishida.
Oh,
That dude just annoyed me in the beginning. Like he grew on me, but it was like the way he tried to like step to Ichigo, like he was just mad annoying to me in the beginning.
yeah. I can feel you on
mhm.
that. Yeah. Who you got, Ty?
So my favorite. He came in mad late, but like when he came in like a boss. By I can't pronounce the name, but Rukia's brother. Um,
Byakuya,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Byakuya. Yeah, he came in like a BA dude, and like he's just like,
my man
yo,
had
I'm
what
mad with
2
this guy.
episodes?
Yeah,
And
right.
he was still a boss when he came in. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I want to have powers like that.
I know. First episode, he didn't even do nothing. Second episode, it was like, "Bow, what just happened?"
Hmm.
Nobody knew what happened.
Dude, and the pressure that he was giving, oh my goodness. And then my least favorite character was Orihami. Is that
Orihime,
it? Orihime. Yeah, there
you're
is Orihime.
disrespectful.
I know.
Disrespectful Orihime.
How could you not like Orihime, bro? She's that like she's not blonde, but she's that blonde. Like, come on.
Her character doesn't resonate with me. I'm just like, yeah.
Season one doesn't do her justice.
True. She also gets certain enhancements, I guess, in the other seasons.
Yes, her Quincy, her magic powers.
Yes.
Oh
Those
yeah,
enhancements.
her magic powers.
Magically
But
bigger.
then,
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Nope. I shall not walk this path with you. It's a path you must walk alone.
You need a
Her
hat.
abilities do get enhanced, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, we're all about enhancements.
yep.
So my favorite character, just because I didn't really know if he was good or evil at the time, and I actually forget his name, but it's the dude from the shop with the hat, with the bucket hat. I love this hat.
Urahara,
Oh,
Urahara.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kisuke Urahara.
he was like walking that line, like I'm training you, but I also want to defeat you, kind of thing. So that was I really enjoyed him because it's like, yo, I do have a Zanpato. Just because it's a cane, don't mean nothing. Like, whoa, all right,
Kisuke's a beast.
yeah. Um, least favorite character, I don't know. Rukia, damsel in distress. Chad, I feel like his abilities were wasted. I feel like I'm gonna go with Rukia though, because I kind of feel like the entire first season was about her like not being able to do anything. So it's like, okay, great, you can't do nothing. What do you want from me? So that's
And
my pick.
I'm actually disappointed how they made her weak, even though you know, in the later
I mean, she
arcs.
lost her powers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
but
got
like,
much better later. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it took a while for her to get much better, but she definitely improved.
but all I'm saying is she didn't even. Did she even use?
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. Did she use her attack? Her special one of her special attacks?
No.
Not
Not in the
until the
first
later,
season.
No. Yeah.
not until much
So
later on.
that's what I'm saying. She didn't even. They didn't even let her try to be strong. They were just
Well,
like,
hardly anybody
first
did
arc,
because
you're weak.
the first season was just mainly about Ichigo becoming the substitute Shinigami. So it was mainly about
True.
him learning how to do that role and what to do. But the craziest thing is, and this is what kind of gets me after like rewatching it, is just like the stuff that they go through like in the first season of Bleach, like literally does not apply at any point other in the other seasons. They're like, oh yeah, you gotta take these souls and do the console and transfer them to the Soul Society. You won't ever see that after season one. That's just not a
Never
thing anymore.
happens.
Yup. They
It was
also have
like,
the
oh,
powers. The whatever locking powers or whatever. Like they stopped using those. I forgot they even had those in
oh, the
Bleach.
keto. Oh no, they still
Keto
use
powers.
keto, just not the one she used, just not the one Ruki used, which is mad funny because like she restrains Ichigo
Yeah.
with the keto number one, and she was just like, "Yo, he was able to break it." I'm just like, "That was keto number one." Yeah, like, yo, it was keto number one. Like, it was like, yo, that's probably the weakest keto. Are you kidding me right now?
Right. The
Oh,
only thing that
Rukia.
comes to mind when y'all ever watch Jersey Shore? Okay, keto,
Yeah.
Guido. Sorry. When
I
I
like
keep
real
saying
tea.
keto, I don't like it either. But somebody watches it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. But the ketos, I feel like they never got done justice. After what? I guess season. Well, there's like 19 seasons of Bleach. First off, that I didn't realize that there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to
Well, but it's
digest.
just like for like not with Rukia style, but like when you actually have like the high level like experienced magic users, those are beasts. Like with Kisuke's doing it, even Aizen, like when you see the dude, his Urahara's like assistant, the magic
oh
when you
yeah,
find out his power, like
yeah.
they actually have like some people who can do some high level keto. Rukia is simply not one of them. Her keto was just trash.
Facts. But she
Do we
was
really have to go
shocked
into like an
because
overview of
yeah,
like Bleach for people? If you haven't seen Bleach, basically it's a show about Soul Reapers, who are ghosts. They call them Shinigamis, and they have to try and save the human world from the evil souls called Hollows. But it's so funny, but it's really like it really makes no sense because like in the beginning they're talking about, oh yeah, Hollows used to be human souls that go bad, and it's like you can
Mhm.
try. There's a different, and then they have the episode where Orihime's brother becomes a Hollow, and then Ruki is
yeah,
just like, oh yeah, you can cleanse the Hollow soul. It's different from killing the Hollow. After that episode, you don't ever see a Hollow get cleansed. It's like
No.
straight up simply, oh, we're going to kill all these Hollows. I'm like,
Yep.
what? I'm like,
No
you got to
cleansing.
give me like stuff like just doesn't apply from the first season on. It's like, oh yeah, when you cleanse a soul, or you perform the console where you like put the base of the
yeah.
sword onto the soul's head, they get transferred to the Soul Society. Bruh, we've only seen one person afterwards that actually got transported to the Soul Society, and that was the bird, who was the little boy who was trapped in the
Oh,
bird for Chad, who was with Chad.
Oh yeah. Well, there's that weird old guy that when the first time she does it, the weird old guy in Ichigo's room, she
The
like
ghost.
yeah, the
But you don't
ghost.
mhm.
see, yeah, but no, I'm saying you don't see him in Soul Society when they go there. The only other person you
Oh
actually see
Oh,
in Soul Society is the boy, because he comes back and he recognizes Chad. He's like, "Yo, it's me. Remember, I was the bird." I was just like, "Okay, where's everybody else?"
not there.
it's
It is
supposed to be a
crazy.
massive place, all right? Plot
Okay,
device.
it's ridiculous, and it makes me wonder because it's just like, oh, Ruki's talking about, oh yeah, I've lived like 10 of your lifetimes or
Yeah.
whatever, just because I look young. I'm just like, so basically, we're saying like Soul Reapers used to be humans that died and went on to like Soul Society or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's just like you rarely see anybody else that's like passed away to go to Soul Society. I'm just like, what the
Right.
rules that they set up in season 1 just simply don't apply the moment you hit season 2.
It's a big fact. It's a big fact. And also like you got all like the
Yeah, it just keeps. Oh, I see what happened.
Yeah, your screws loose. Yeah. Anyways, you get like the souls that like like the Soul Reapers look down on humans so much. It's like, didn't you used to be human at some point? What's the point here? Like, how are you just like you're
Makes no
trash, you're
sense.
garbage, XYZ? Like, I'm gonna show you what I could do to you. I'm talking about Renji because it's like fresh in my mind. Also, one of my most
Ooh.
hated characters in the entire series because I hated his powers. Man, it's like this is such a garbage
Then
power.
what?
Doesn't make any sense, huh?
Reggie gets better though.
He
Yeah,
he
does
gets
get better.
better, but even when he gets better and he's like does his Bankai release, it's I don't like his Bankai. It's the same sword. It's just like
agree.
what made out of. It's not even made out of metal anymore.
It's like
No,
bamboo,
it's that
right?
bamboo. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
not
know.
one of my characters.
I feel like he could do so much more with the fact that he can use it as a sword when when he does the Bankai, and then it's able to split into pieces. Like I feel like he could be so much more effective, but he's just like still trash.
Yo, it's the snake and baboon combo.
Yeah, but
it's still trash.
yeah,
The way he uses it. I'm just saying it could be better.
I just don't like him as a character. Like his whole personality, like he's always like ready to fight. He's a hot-headed person, but he's also not a good fighter.
Yeah.
Like, come on. He's Vegeta.
He's a trash talker. Nah, dang, I mean, I don't even like Vegeta, but that's a bit disrespectful. Yes, Vegeta gets his ass kicked, but like for the most part, he can back up what he says because he's actually a good fighter. Renji, however, whoo, this dude's just getting wrecked.
Even his captain looking down on him like, yo, are you good? You really needed my help with a human who accidentally got powers? Like, come on, man.
Isn't he a vice captain too? Like,
is he a lieutenant? I don't think he is.
I think he's the vice captain of 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he
yeah,
is?
That's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, yo, that's why you're trash. That's what that's why he's trash, because he's a vice captain and he's
yeah, like Ichigo can't come in with captain powers on beginner level. That's not fair.
He wasn't a captain. Well, I mean, his spirit pressure is like super intense and super high. And like, well, obviously, if you watch Bleach the later, you'll understand why. But this dude, it's crazy. It's like just the way his sword was in the beginning. Like he even had like an actual real Zanpakuto, which is like this big bulky sword or whatever.
Yeah, like Cloud from Final Fantasy, man. It was like he literally looked just like Cloud with the Buster Sword.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite moments though was episode 5 when he was talking with Chad and the bird, and like, like in the first part, it's just like he's walking all of a sudden the scaffolding falls, it just lands on Chad's head, and like, yo, Chad, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, how are you fine? You're bleeding from your head, and he still got the scaffolding just like on top of his head. He's like, nah, I'm good. And then later on, when Rukia is with him, like the hollow attacks him or whatever. And then Chad like kind of senses it, so he takes like the bar and like swings it and hits the hollow. And Rukia is just like, yo, can this dude actually see the hollow? And then the very next scene, you see Chad just punch it in there. Like, and she's like, oh, no, guess not.
Good
I was
sense.
just like, I was like, yo, it's hilarious. My man just punched air. He was just like going in on the air.
That is hilarious. I like his laid back attitude. Just super chill. And unbelievably strong for no reason.
Yeah, he's like Hoss, like, yeah, you that big dude, and like you ready to do some work, but like they never really actually have him do work. I feel like all the human characters in the entire like series overview, I feel like all the human characters don't really get like a good, like their stories don't get developed very well. I feel like they all develop powers, they all do very well as like individuals, but like overall it seems like they get phased out kind of fast.
They're support. They're there for support. Because like
the human characters, they get
because
they get a lot of time though.
they get
No, I'm
time,
not.
but it's almost like Krillin in Dragon Ball Z. Like he gets phased out. Like Orihime kind of does, but doesn't because certain abilities that she gets later. But like Chad's powers, I mean, he gets and he gets his like
Look,
thing.
Yeah, well, not in season one. Like season one is just
Yeah.
literally just revolving around Ichigo.
Yeah.
hmm
Chad
I'm
does
just
get
saying,
one
like,
on. He gets the power though. I like that.
yeah, but he's defense.
Yeah.
And offense.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. All
I'm
yes,
just
right.
saying.
It's all in Spanish. I can't remember how to say it anymore. Brazo de like of the defender or something like that. But yeah, he gets that arm. Like, oh snap, Chad can do stuff now. So
It's just a Mexican.
yeah, he's
He's
Japanese
Spanish.
Mhm. Did you guys also notice there was kind of a filler episode or two?
There's plenty of filler episodes.
Yeah.
in Bleach.
Which made no sense in the first arc.
It does and it doesn't. I mean, like,
I think when they introduce Khan.
yeah, but
Well,
Khan
that's
has
not
this-
really filler. Khan's big. Khan's there. Khan's a main part.
Yeah,
No, I
he's
know
a
he's a
show.
main part,
Khan.
but it kind of just it just kind of feels like one though. That's
I
me.
mean, yeah, Khan's your classic Ledger character, and it's even better because he's a little plushy, like plush doll.
but that's what makes it funny though. Like in the beginning, when Khan's first introduced for the muscles, like they make him like this super beast dude in Ichigo's body. How he can do all this stuff, and it's just like, yo, wow. The moment they pop him up and throw him into the plush doll, it's like he becomes the immediate joke character.
Yep.
And again, the stuff that you see Khan do in the beginning of season one gets completely wiped out in later seasons when he has to use Ichigo's body. I'm just like, yo. It's like, again, stuff that happens in season one where they like, oh, these are the rules were set, completely don't apply later on. It really doesn't. But yeah, but for anybody who hasn't watched Bleach, is basically the show starts off where you see Rukia in her Soul Reaper outfit, and it's kind of like discussing what's going on, and like she's sitting on top of like a telephone pole, and she jumps off into the words. It's like, and so the sword of fate swings down or whatever, and it starts off. Ichigo's beating up this band of bullies who knock over a vase for a ghost. Ichigo's always been able to see ghosts. That's how it's defined. At the beginning of the show, he's always been able to see ghosts. So he's beating up the bullet that knocked over the vase for the ghost. She thanks him, and they kind of like do a handhold, and you find out that, like, that handhold finally somehow awakens Ichigo's spiritual pressure or releases it for other people to sense it. And all of a sudden, you see hollows, like the evil spirits and ghosts, start going after the little girl that Ichigo saved. And you think like, yo, what's so special about this little girl? And Rukia comes and saves her from the first hollow and just kind of like disappears. And only Ichigo is the one who's able to see her. And it's so funny. Like I said, like, again, the stuff in season one doesn't apply later on because like when Rukia comes to face the hollow or whatever, like Ichigo's the only one who's able to see her, but it's like as soon as she defeats the hollow, it kind of fades away. It's kind of like they were in like some ghost version of the world. And it's like as soon as she fades away, it goes back to the regular world. I'm just like, that's not how it happens at all later on in the series. Hueco Mundo is completely different in season one. It was just like, yo, you had the hollows coming out of the shadows in their own world. And they're just like, yo, y'all completely changed everything up from season one.
Seriously though, you got
What would you?
What do you say?
Oh, I was gonna say, on the topic of hollows, what did you guys think of the introduction of the Menos Grande?
I actually forgot all about the fact that they introduced them so early. It was like
I remember, like, again, they did, but it was just like the Menos Grande didn't really do much. Although, like I said, another reason why I hated Ishido first season, it was just like this dude was trying to do so hard to prove that he was better than Ichigo and almost ended up killing him and almost ended up getting themselves killed. Oh, but the only thing, the funniest part of that moment where he's just like, yo, I have an idea how we can defeat it. And then he did the rap of put the sword on the head with the blade. He's like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, listen, this is the only way.
We can fire a giant arrow at him and we'll take him down because for some reason when Ishida touches Ichigo or his Zanbato, like his power like increases. I guess he absorbs Ichigo's power.
Yeah,
Which
well,
is
because Ichigo,
yeah,
because that's the Quincy's whole thing was absorbing like spirit energy or whatever for their power, and of course Ichigo is like he doesn't know how to control it in first season, so it just continually leaks out.
yeah,
So when Ishida touches him, like he actually gets that power boost in order to take down the Menos.
yeah. He touches him, Bo gets bigger. It's like, whoa, what just happened? Like, whoa. But
But it's
yeah, that
crazy, like how in the beginning, like even like you had the Menos, but it's like they had so much focus on like the Grand Ray for sure. Like in the beginning, he's just in the dark of the shadows, sending the little hollows after Ichigo.
yeah.
And it's like you think this Grand Ray is like this big time boss or whatever, but he really
He
isn't.
wasn't.
No, no.
They just make him out to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so Ichigo, like, but he's sending all these hollows after Ichigo because like he senses his great spirit pressure. And then at this one point, Rukia just walked into Ichigo's house. And the funniest thing is she was just like she walks in like thinking like Ichigo can't see her, but he's literally yelling at her, like, yo, what are you
Yeah.
doing? So she's ignoring him. And so he gives her a boot to the back of the head. She's just like, yo, you can see me? I was like, yo, my man's been yelling at you the whole entire time. It's not like you didn't hear him. She was like, "How come
Yeah,
you were
no.
able to see me?"
Yeah, and then she gets like she's blinded, not blinded, but almost her senses are dulled because he jams her spirit power sensing ability because his power is just so great that
Yeah,
she can't even see the hollow like outside the window. Like his power is
which
just that great. Yeah.
which also shows how weak her power is at the beginning of her series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But you don't get to see her unlock any other abilities because she kind of just loses them right away
Yeah,
at like episode two.
right. Because during a Hollow attacks Ichigo at his home and is going after his sisters, and so Ichigo's trying to sacrifice. Ichigo thought he could sacrifice himself just so it would go away, but then Rukia jumps into the way. And again, you have your Zanpack though. Like, how? Why did you try to stop the Hollow that way instead of slashing at him? No,
No,
she
no.
jumps in front of him and allows herself to get bit by this
Yeah.
Hollow, and she's just like, "Yo, I'm too weak. You got to take care of it." She's like, "If you want to save your family, just run the blade through your chest, and I'll give you some of my spirit power." But of course, Ichigo's ability, because he such has a high spirit presence and spirit energy, he ends up taking almost all of Rukia's power, and so that's why he's becomes the new substitute Shinigami. Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
realize it at
Yeah,
first, but
yeah.
he gets the powers of the Soul Reaper, and he defeats the person coming after his family. And so later, he thinks it's all fine. Like his family, their memories get wiped or whatever, thanks to Rukia. But he doesn't realize he's just like, okay, whatever. Like she creates a story. Well, they have the memory eraser, which again they don't ever use
Yeah.
later on after season one to create fake
Mhm.
memories in people. So Ichigo and his family, well, his sisters think a car ran through his house,
Yep.
ran through their house, and so he's back in school, and you see Ruki appear as a student, and she's in her
Yeah.
Gigai form, which is just a fake body
Yeah.
used to host the Soul Reapers while they're on Earth, so people can see them. And she's like, "Yo, you got to be the new substitute Shinigami while I'm out here." She goes, "Nope." Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like when she's playing, she's like, "Yo, you got to take on these abilities." Like the face he made when she was telling him, like, "Yo, you got to take on this abilities and responsibility." He's just like, "Nope."
Not today.
Yeah,
He's like, "I
not
ain't agree
about to
to
do
any
that.
of that."
Yeah.
He's just like, "Yo," he's like, "I just came to protect my family." And but then all of a sudden, the little boy was getting it. And she was like, "Okay, fine,
Yeah.
I'll show
Let's
you."
go to the
And then
park.
she used the hand thing, which
Oh, the
again,
glove.
the glove like to split the soul from the body, like that gets used a lot.
Yeah, I do love that
During
glove
that
though,
first
because
season.
it's
Mhm.
so instant, like boom, got you.
And Ichigo always wants to
Face.
talk trash. She's just like, "Yo, man." He's like, "Nah, I'm not doing this." And she's like, "Oh, you got no choice. Separate the soul from the body."
Savage.
Yeah, as his like lifeless body is laying there on the ground, she walks him over to the park. Then
Yeah.
you see the hollow like chasing after this kid. She goes like, "You got to accept it all. You got to accept none of it. What do you want?"
And
You
then
know,
Ichigo saves the dude, and she was just like, she's like, "So you decided?" He was just like, No. He's like, I haven't decided anything. He's like, I'm just choosing to be different. He's like, I'm not just gonna sit by and watch as someone in front of me dies. He's just like, listen, I'm not agreeing to this or committing to be a soul reaper, but I'm not gonna sit there and just let these spirits get attacked like that. It's like I choose to be different.
He's courageous.
Right. Headstrong.
It's just funny though, like in the beginning, like before Khan gets introduced, they're just leaving his body.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
left
anywhere.
in there.
Yeah,
Just
random
anyways.
places. Yeah.
Like, come
It's-
on now. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
can you just something about my body, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was
she's
a
like, all right, we
plot
have a
device
we have
for
a substitute soul, not substitute soul. What do they call that thing? Like a temporary
soul.
soul, mod soul.
mod
There you
soul.
go. We can put it in your body, and then it'll do your daily operations for you. Like what? So Khan goes around and bees him, is him for a little while, and I guess the kids catch on.
But like
Eventually.
later on though, it's when they have the I mean that's not I think that's like the very it is the very last saga. Well, it's the very last filler saga when they actually go in depth about like the mod souls and it's just like, yo, this is mad sad. This is mad sad about the mod souls, man.
Oh yeah.
So Soul Society's kind of trash.
Yeah, high key.
High key trash. But no, so you get Khan. So now anytime Ichigo separates from his body, instead of Rukia having to use the glove, he can just pop in the mod soul for Khan to take over.
Just like Candy.
Yeah. Oh, but also what I love about whenever Rukia tries to explain something, her drawings.
Oh my god,
the bunnies.
The bunnies.
It's the most ridiculous thing. And no matter how serious the topic is, whenever she goes to a drawing, they play that stupid goofy music, and Ichigo's just looking at her like, "Yo, your drawings suck." She's like,
"Why you
"Yo,
drawing
have
so
questions?"
terrible?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why are you drawing so terrible?"
That kind of fades away too after the first arc. Like slowly.
No, well, she ends up doing drawings later on in other seasons, and like it's still just as goofy. Like he gives her the same look every single time.
Yeah, it's a funny like running gag that they do have, but they do fade it. It fades away a little bit, just because you know what else you gonna explain.
True.
Then,
yeah. Go ahead.
So basically, you have Ichigo's friends, his main friends, Orihime and Chad, who become partners later on. Like they have to deal with their own experiences with the Hollows getting attacked. It doesn't really happen in season 1, but eventually you see their spirit powers get awakened just because by being in such close contact with Ichigo. Although I will say one of the human friends that makes me laugh so much that like doesn't get a real part, the dude Kojima.
Who, his best friend, like his like friend.
He was trying to talk to Rukia on the he's just like, yo, be careful of this dude. This dude's a player and a womanizer. He's like, yo, what are you talking about? Ichigo's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It was like, it's like this guy, stay away from this guy. You gotta be worried about him. He's like, Ichigo, he's like, you're ruining my name before anything. He's just but the thing is like Ichigo was so on point because the way Kojiro acts like with like he tries to like seduce older women and women in general.
Oh man, player status.
But I like he cracks me up. But the other one who cracks me up is the buddy, like the one who has the brown hair, who like always comes in, who's like tries to talk to Ichigo, and Ichigo just brushes him off. Like when they're in school, he's always like Ichigo, and Ichigo just clotheslines him. I think it's Keiko.
Yeah.
I forgot about Keiko, like that dude cracks me up because it's like he's just so ridiculous and outlandish, and he's just like, but it's like it's harmless. But then Ichigo's always clotheslining this dude every time he tries to like say what up to him.
I mean, like think about his home life. Like Ichigo walks into the house and like instantly gets like drop kicked, or like he'd be waking up, by his dad, or his like he'll be waking up and he'd be getting like elbow drop. He'd be like, "What kind of environment is this to raise a child in? What are you doing?" He goes, "You let your guard down. What are you doing?" Like
again, this is why Ishin is like my favorite character in season 1 because he's so over the top with everything, especially with his love for his daughter. And you see Karin and Yuzu, Ichigo's sisters, like they're just like hating on him. He's just like, "Yo, why are you guys so cold to me?" And then he goes to the photo of his mother. He's like, "Oh, Masaki, the way if you could only see the way your daughters treat me, they're so cold. And the Kyrie's just like, you know what? So how about for starter, you take that picture down?
I know that poster is massive. That was like a movie poster of mom. I'm like, oh, dude, what are you doing? But yeah,
But I
he
will
is
say he loves his kid. He loves his family though. That's why I love.
Oh,
yeah, he's an
sure.
I
awesome
do
dad.
cracks me up.
He made the dad's list. Good job. I forgot how much I like this anime. I had like forgotten about Bleach because it came out so long ago, and so like going back to rewatch it, I'm like, wow, that's why I really like this show. Okay, like it's got the humor, it's got the action, it's got like power ups. We got Zanpakuto status. Eventually get like higher Zanpakuto status. Ichigo finally actually remembers how to not remembers finds out how to say his Zanpakuto's name. You started getting like the flashes of him. That's in this season. Finally get like old man Zanpakuto, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he couldn't hear their name at first. He's just like, my name. Wom, 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 wom.
Yeah.
Give that Charlie Brown treatment. Wom,
Yeah.
wom, 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 wom,
Yo,
wom,
that's
wom.
tough.
It's like, okay.
Throughout the show though, the song for I mean they did it in the first arc.
Oh,
Yeah,
number
when,
one. Yo, that's my jam.
Yo,
I got that on my
that's-
phone.
Yo, like that's legit permanently in my head. Like it's like I just makes me want to power up too. Like it's sick. And
Oh, that's definitely the song that I use for, especially when I'm working out. I gotta throw that on. Oh, baby, now you feel like number one. I love,
yeah.
I like
love
some old
that
black ladies
song.
yelling at you. It's great. Got soul.
Oh, definitely. Definitely gotta be a black woman singing that song.
But yeah,
That song
100%.
and that's another reason why I ended up liking Bleach, because originally, like, I know I said this before in the early episode, but I almost didn't watch Bleach because I was trying to find the last episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho so I can watch it like for the final tournament, and anywhere, because they weren't showing it on Cartoon Network at the time, and anywhere I went when I was trying to find these Yu Yu Hakusho's on episodes online, it kept spamming me with Bleach and Naruto. I'm just like, I don't care about these two shows. Like, get the F out of here. Like, I don't want to show. Stop giving me this nonsense. And then after later, I'm just like, all right, well, Bleach and Naruto ended up being legit, but still,
Yeah,
I'm like,
I would give me my
as you
Yu Yu
got your
Hakusho.
headband on.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. See, it's funny how that like you transfer from the generations. Like you started at Yu Yu Hakusho as it was ending. I didn't realize this at the time, but Naruto and Bleach started around the same time. So like, I definitely watched a lot more Bleach than Naruto. But like, Naruto wins. It won probably because it was a longer series, just in general.
yeah.
I also think Naruto had better. Naruto also had better like filler sagas.
Yeah, because there was a point when you get into Bleach where like I didn't want to watch anymore because like the filler was just so obscure. It had almost nothing to do with the entire
Bleach
plot.
had some bad. Bleach had some bad filler sagas and some bad filler episodes, and it was just woo.
Yeah, there were like entire seasons
tough.
of Bleach that you don't need to watch. Like it's the
I mean,
craziest
same with
thing.
Naruto,
The arcs.
but
Yeah,
at least the arcs were kind of entertaining with Naruto.
yeah.
Well, even with Naruto's fillers, there was more of their fillers were more like flashbacks, or at least had something to do that it made it seem like it was helpful.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about, well, maybe in Shippuden, but not. I'm talking about even with like the original Naruto, like after the whole Go Save Sasuke arc with the Sound Ninja 4, everything after that's like
Yeah.
straight filler.
I didn't watch any of
But
that.
everything after straight. But thing is, like those feel like a lot of those fillers, like they aren't bad. There's some really good fillers arcs after the whole Rescue Sasuke and the Sound Ninja 4. But with Bleach, it's just like some of these are just straight up awful. Like a lot of them are straight up awful. And then they had just like regular singular filler episodes. And there's one episode, it's not in season 1, I think it's like season maybe 2 or 3. Like they literally have one episode that's straight up devoted to cake. It's just literally an episode where they bake a cake.
Oh, jeez. See, that might have been an episode I skipped.
It is bad. Like I know one of my friends, he was just like, "Yo, I saw that episode and I stopped watching Bleach." Though, like that episode did it for him. It was so bad. But no, it was but as for season one like literally sets the stage for it. It's kind of like slow moving, but
Yeah.
afterwards there's just like let's go and it's time to rescue. 'Cause, like at the end, so Rukia. So what happens is Rukia gives Ichigo her spirit power, but that's a law. That's breaking the rules against Soul Society. Like that's against
major
Soul
sin.
Society. That's major rules. So basically, her brother Ryakuya and Renji come to the human world, Kurakura town,
Yeah.
and they come to take Rukia back. But the thing about it is, it's not even just take her back; it's take her back to be executed.
Yeah.
Because Lord, it's to take her back to be executed.
Well, I mean, like Renji was just like trying to carry out the execution on the street. Let's be honest. He's like, yo, this is gonna end right here, right now. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get executed
Yeah,
anyway. So at
it
least
was
like,
wilding.
yeah, at least they like bring her back for a trial. We're gonna call it a trial.
I mean, not really a trial. It's just like we're just
Not
gonna
really a
execute you
trial.
Yeah.
in the formal Soul Society way.
Yeah,
Which that
exactly.
once we get into like the break for that season, like that is the most ridiculous way to try and execute someone. Especially Rukia. You didn't need to. That was so excessive. You don't need to do that just to execute Rukia. She wasn't that
It was
powerful.
I mean, like,
She wasn't that powerful.
it was some next
no,
level stuff.
yeah.
I still don't get why they had to go to that extreme. Honestly, you can't tell me you can't tell me you need to go to that extreme for like just about anybody. I can see like some of the high, like maybe the captains. Yes, anybody, maybe some of the vice captains. I understand it, but that execution technique for Rukia,
Not,
for Rukia, that
not
is
either.
way like someone has to see like someone has to be like, yo, this is kind of excessive. Like, dude, this is really need to happen. Like honestly, like if you really want to execute Rukia, you really didn't have to do it that way.
You just slice
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Put her in the ring with Renji. Like, come on, she wasn't gonna win.
I mean, Renji's bad too, though.
Exactly. It was like Renji's bad, but he could still beat Rukia.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rukia is like bottom tier. Like,
I guess in the beginning, yes, she definitely improved.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. But
But
like maybe it's like a status thing. You know, she was like semi-important in the Soul Society. I guess maybe being Captain Kuchiki's brother, and so they wanted to give her the respect of actually getting like an honorable death.
oh, okay.
I'll
I
give
like
her
that.
that.
I
No,
like that.
we're not doing
Nah,
that.
nah. It just doesn't make sense. Like none of it makes sense. But also like, so we get to the part like as I mentioned earlier, like you had this one hollow who was sending the other hollows after Ichigo, and it's like you find out it's like they call him like the Grand Ray Fisher, and like he was the guy you find out that he was the person who ends up killing Ichigo's mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's the story that they've given us so far. But
Mhm.
so what
Can
happened
you
was when
say-
Ichigo was a kid,
Mhm.
we thought he saw a girl by the lake and about to drown, so he went to go try and save her. It was a ghost, and his mother ends up protecting him. And the thing, Ichigo like he doesn't realize what happened because his mother dove to save him. So like when he woke up, he just sees his mother dead, and he just thinks that like he's the reason for her death. So he's been blaming himself all these years for his mother's death. Then later when he's walking with Rukia in like the cemetery area, oh yeah, because the family go out. It's like the anniversary of their mother's death, so they go to the cemetery. Like Ichigo's kind of in a depressing mood because like he obviously blames himself for his mother's death, and he sees the little girl again, and he's just like, "Yo, how the f is this going on?" He's like, "How are you the same person from before?" So we go and he's about to be taken. Ruki is just like, yo, watch out. He's just like, that's not an actual ghost. Is like, that's really a hollow. And you find out it's the Grand Ray. It's called the Grand Ray Fisher. The little girl is like he uses it as a lure to like catch the
Yeah.
bait, like with Fisher. Like that's where you get the Grand Ray Fisher. Like the little girl is actually just a lure to trap unsuspecting humans to get them. And it's just like, oh, okay. So like you're the one who killed my mom. So Ichigo goes to battle. kind of gets his revenge, but he doesn't actually kill the Grand Ray Fisher at the time, but he just badly wounds him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was a sad
Kind of
story.
breaks, so it kind of breaks him out of his depressive mood because it's like, yo, you're not really
It's
it
not
wasn't
me.
you didn't kill your mother.
Mhm.
Exactly. But then he has this kind of, I don't want to say vendetta, but he's like, so Hollow killed my mom, and like now he's kind of on a mission. So gives him a little bit of a direction.
A little bit.
Mhm. But yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. During that episode, it's like you had that one Shinigami who's just like, you never see this dude ever
Oh
again.
yeah.
Because like
Wait,
because he wants Rukia. He's like, yo, Rukia is like, you broke the law or whatever. And he's just like, they come for you, but he's just like, nah. He's like, don't worry. He's like, I won't say anything. He's like, I'll just be on my way. You never see that dude ever again.
I think you might see him like one other time in Bleach. I actually think
I
he
can't
does show up one more time.
I can't remember ever seeing that dude ever again. Because the thing is, like, they're supposed to be like different Shinigami protecting different districts
Yeah.
in that area, but it's just like you see that one guy. It's like I don't think I've ever seen that dude ever again.
It's so funny, but yeah, you're right.
But because like they try to make it like he was some important type of dude. I'm just like, yo, I don't ever see this. I don't remember ever seeing this dude ever again.
Right.
But it's
Those
like, but
little
he wants
classrooms.
Ruki. He's like, yo, they're coming for you. Just know it's just like they know they're coming for you. You just be on
Yeah.
your guard.
Yeah. And that like basically cues her in to be like, all right, so maybe I should like get out of here. And like, she writes a little note, leaves it on Ichigo's desk, decides like, maybe I should get out of here before like they try to take us both,
Mhm.
because she knew they were coming and she knew it wasn't gonna be pretty. And then of
And it
course,
sure
like,
wasn't.
yeah, exactly. You show they show up and it's like, he tried to save you. Why would you try to come over here and play hero? You know you can't take us both on. You can't even control your powers. So
That's so messed up. The way she did him dirt.
I mean, she did and she didn't. I mean,
She did it. I know she did it to protect them, but
yeah.
yeah, Byakuya straight up was a beast
Oh
because he killed
man.
him. Like he didn't just wound Ichigo. My man straight up broke like the soul chain and everything, and just like left him for dead.
Yeah.
Stripped him
Well,
of his
That's another
powers.
again.
Well, before that,
And that's an
I was gonna say before that he even cut his sword. Like he's like, "Yo, this sword's
yeah.
nothing." You didn't even
That's
see
not, I
him
mean
do it.
that's not his real Zenbakuto. It's just like yo, that was just like the temperature that he got from Rukia's power. But the
Yeah.
worst part
Yeah.
was like again, when I say stuff from like season 1 applies nowhere else, the whole soul chain that they had with other people's ghosts, they never talk about that. Never gets discussed ever again. You never see that again. I don't think you ever with
Oh, wait,
other ghosts
is
like you
there
don't see
really?
anybody else with a soul chain like
You
later
I
on.
think there's.
at
I think
some
there was a
point you
filler.
do, because like they try to pull like the plug out. It's not, they don't do it in season 1, so it has to be a different season.
I think
Someone
I think it
pulls
was a
out their
filler.
plug
Definitely
and
you
become a
rarely ever
hollow.
see. You
Yeah.
may see it like one other person, but it's just like that really goes away. They
Yeah.
stray away from that so quickly.
Yeah, maybe they change writers. I wanna Google this. I wanna look it up.
Yeah.
Because something definitely changed between season 1 and then when we went to the Soul Society, because things are different. Like even his Zanbakuto actually looks different.
I
From
mean, well,
a,
they explain that
Yeah.
because the powers he had originally were Rukia's, it wasn't his.
no,
And then when
I
he
mean,
got his own
so
power.
yeah, when he unlocks his Zanbakuto, like he has it. It's like the basically a giant cleaver, but like
Yeah.
later seasons, it actually looks like way different. Like the blade is like you can see the blade on the Zanbakuto
The
a little bit
arch.
better. Yeah, the arch, it's a little bit bigger. It's like, what's going on here?
Probably the drawing style. They might have had different artists to switch it
Okay,
up.
Yeah.
there you go. I was like, something's different about that, because I remember when I just saw it, I watched it like an hour ago. I was like, wait a second, that don't look the same. What's going on here?
So to continue after they take Rukia and leave Ichigo for dead, what's his name?
Urahara.
Yeah.
Urahara. He ends up saving Ichigo, and then actually he's the one who does the training with Ichigo to help him get his Soul Reaper Shinigami powers back. Well, his to
his
utilize his
to,
own powers.
yeah,
Yeah.
to utilize his own powers.
Yeah.
And then he
I
finally learns his sword's name.
I know he's fighting him. He's like, yo, this dude might actually try to kill me. Like, what am I gonna do? And so he's like, all right, you know what? Let's just run. And so he's running away, and he's like, why am I running? Why am I running away? And it's sort of like, yeah, why are you running away? Like, why don't you heed the call? Like, listen to my words. And he goes, what? What are you talking about? Whose voice is that? And so he finally heeds the call and like heals. Like, apparently he instantly heals when he unlocks his Zanbakuto. Didn't know that. That's a power that I didn't know Ichigo had. But you know, he says Zangatsu and sword transforms. He's like ready. He goes, yo,
It's that big ass cleaver.
yup. He's like, Mr. Urahara, I don't mean any disrespect, but I hope you can dodge this.
Yeah.
So
The fact is that I hope you can dodge. It's like you don't know Kisuke's power, man.
That's not so true.
It's like, because I can't control it. He's like, "Ooh, it's a good thing I was able to put up a blood barrier. I would have lost an arm." I'm like, "Bro, what?"
Like, come on, Kisuke. Stop messing with this dude.
Like, really. Like, he even unlocked his Zanbakuto for that fight. Like, oh yeah, he can't even really cut me. It's like, no, this is a Zanbakuto. It can cut you. It can hurt you. It can kill you. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Hat and sandals.
I know.
Yeah.
I like that. He's like the wandering samurai, but like the modern version. I love that.
Oh, speaking of which, if I had to add somebody else to like my most hated character for season 1, gotta add Ginta or Jinta. I can't stand that dude. The little boy, the little redhead boy at the shop. Yeah,
Yeah. He's
Jinta
annoying.
mad
You're right.
annoying. Mad annoying. But it's funny, like after Rukia disappears, like the memories of her fade away from everybody, all of his classmates, except for Orihime and Chad. It's like, yo, why does nobody remember Kuchi? It's just like, yo, she was here. She's a student. He's like, yo, Ichigo, what's going on? And it's just like, okay, well, I guess I gotta explain it to you. He's like, let me explain this. And it's just like, yo, we're going.
Gotta go.
But Orihime gets her power though, doesn't she? Does she get that in the no.
I think she gets the power to use the barrettes as like shots.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
she has healing too.
I don't think she has that in the first season.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's just the shield, the shield and the shooting.
Yeah, the shield and the shooting. It's time reversal. It's not actually healing. So she can reverse time within a small barrier or whatever.
Which again, you don't find out too much later.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Everybody thinks it's healing.
Well, you were asking about it. My bad. But
but she gets her hairpin that she got from her brother, who got turned into a hollow. This was being a clown. But like her hairpin that she got from her. Her hairpin that Well, he wouldn't leave. I mean, granted, it was kind of her fault because she asked him to keep watching over it. And he's like, yo, you forgot about me. You weren't praying to me every single day. I'm just like, bruh, relax. You're dead. You need to relax. She
moved on, son. She moved on. You should move on too.
She didn't need you protecting her like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, her hairpins become her magical ability.
Yeah.
And she gets to use her powers. And Chad's always been a fighter. So like his fists, his abuelo. That's one thing. Chad's like grandfather. I swear they like did his best. Like he's supposed to be like some Spanish, but he's also like kind of Brazilian. I was just like, yo, what is this dude? Are you a Mexican? Are you a Brazilian? Like, what are you, Chad? But anyways,
he's Mexinese.
He's
pretty much. But yeah, his grandfather like always tried to tell him like, yo, you have strong fists, but you can't use them to like wail out on people like that. So Chad's ability was all about like, even though he's a tough like pound per pound fighter on the humans, he doesn't use it to like protect people. It's always like defense and protect. Like Chad's a big dude, so everybody was always trying to like fight him because, well, obviously because of his skin. Racist.
Yeah, Japan, we're looking at you.
Hashtag racist. But yeah, I mean, it's not like they even were shy about it. It's just like, yo, like they always try to pick fights with me because of the color of my skin. I'm just like, sounds about right.
Yep.
But yeah, Chad gets his ability for his right arm.
Yeah, Fist of the
for as a
Defender. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
as a defender.
Yeah, what
And
is it called? Brazo. Say again.
I don't remember the actual
Oh, okay.
Spanish translation.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think it
waiting for
translates
Diablo.
to Fist of the Defender. Like Brazo de Diablo is the other one. That's the bad. That's
Mhm.
that's the
That's
attack
what I'm
one.
waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, but
You gotta wait till Wickham
all
Monday for that.
yeah, all he has is his left arm. I mean, his right arm is power for the defense, and it's just like, yo, if you're gonna go say Rukia, it's like we going with you.
Hmm. Ride or die.
I mean, which I think is a bad idea, but everyone in the Soul Society got a sword, and you guys want to fight with your arms and some barrettes. Like, what are you doing?
Well,
It's
they don't know
crazy.
that. They were just like, yo, whatever
true.
the case is, we're going to save. And, hey, my friend Ishida's there too. She's like, yo, we're gonna go save Rukia.
That
She's our
that's
friend. She's
fine.
our comrade.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what they should have.
Yeah, he's got an actual attack, so I understand him.
Yeah, he made sense.
Yeah,
And
and
he also
then
knows about Soul Society.
yeah, true.
That's
Also,
true.
the random cat, the random cat wants to go through the portal
Oh
too.
yeah.
Random cat. Where Yuriko?
Yeah,
Yep.
Luna. Yeah, Yuriko, you right.
Luna, get
She
out of
puts
here.
Luna to shame.
I
Yeah, she does.
know. Oh man, that's a storyline that I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming, but I'm so happy it happened.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what was it? The five of them go to the Soul Society, and that ends season 1 of Bleach.
Oh my bad, not Yuriko, Yurichi. That's what her name is.
Yoroichi.
Yuriichi, and it's
That's right.
the agent of Shimigami arc. Shimigami. That was the arc
Cool.
name.
What is it?
Agent of Shinigami.
Agent of Shinigami. All right.
Just the substitute Shinigami arc, man. The
I mean, like,
substitute Shinigami.
there's 2 different names. One names it that way, and one names it the other one. I've read both. Just saying.
All
No,
right.
but it's commonly known as the substitute Shinigami arc. But yeah, Yurichi, another beast.
Right. Teaches Ichigo a very important technique.
She cracks me up.
Yeah, no, she is
That's
kind
not
of
the
funny.
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. She comes
Yeah,
in.
but as far
arc.
as everybody knows, she's just a talking cat. Or
Yeah.
he at the time because they give him a male voice in the cat form.
Yeah, good point.
That was actually really tricky. That threw me off. But
Yo, what can you do? I mean, like they hadn't decided yet. Like, oh, what are we gonna
That's
do
true.
with this cat? This cat just talking. Everything changed. Yeah.
But
yeah, so that pretty much ends that first season of Bleach.
Yeah, I can't wait to rewatch the Soul Society arc because I mean, like things get real in the Soul Society. I can't. Oh man, I remember all. I remember it, but like it get into it. Like yeah.
Those are some intense, but some of the early intense battles.
Right. You get some of the foreshadowing from the season 1, like the road. What is it? The not rose petals. What is his attack? The stupid Sakura. What is that?
Yeah.
The
Senbon
cherry
Sakura.
blossom petals.
Cherry,
like yeah, when
Scatter.
he was like
Senbon Sakura.
Yeah, that's one of the foreshadowings. The Ichigo's seeing Zangetsu, like that's one of the foreshadowings. Oh man, it's if I had known this, like I didn't actually watch. I just watched it for the entertainment value. But if I actually watched it and been like, "Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that?" Like, I definitely would have picked up on all these clues. But
Senbon Sakura is like that's a kind of a beast. That's kind of a beast attack.
Yeah,
scatter into what 1,000 cherry blossom blades.
That's why I told you he was one of my favorites.
So overpowered. He ends up using it on somebody and like freaking just drills a hole right into him. Right? It's like, jeez.
That's when it goes to the Bankai, Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi.
Yo.
Even more blades. But nah, that's definitely a good attack. But later, definitely you'll see the development of other characters, especially some of the Soul Society people. Yeah. And later seasons of Bleach. But season 1 was definitely substitute Shinigami. We got to get Ichigo these powers, teach him the ways of what it means to be a Shinigami. And then it's like, yo, get your team built. And then you see Rukia got to go back to Soul Society and face the music for breaking the law. And it's just like, yo, this is wild. He's like, executed? Nah. We gotta go save Rukia.
Yeah. I like how the Bleach arcs just kind of flow too. It's like, yo, we're going from here to there to there to there to there because there's no stopping unless it's fillers.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that was one.
And that's
thing
another thing that got me mad
about
up. Yo, they'll be throwing in fillers in the most inopportune times too. Like they would be in the middle of an arc,
yes,
and then they throw a filler they throw a filler in the middle of an already ongoing arc, and then they go back to the regular arc, and I'm just like,
yeah.
What?
And the problem is, like, you kept watching because you want that episode. Like, he's doing a power up right now. Why would you just throw in like 30 fillers? What's wrong with y'all?
a whole season arc, and I'm just like, what is going on right now? And it's like you think it's just one episode. It's just like, nah, this is a whole new thing.
Yeah. I don't care what's going on with Ichigo's family. I don't care what Kone's doing right now. Yeah. Season 1 does introduce one of my favorite captains though. I don't even remember his name, but he doesn't have a Bankai. He doesn't even know his name of his sword, but it's all chewed up.
Zara,
Kenpachi, Zaraki Kenpachi.
Yes, Kenpachi, that's my boy. He's just like the blood fighter. He's just in it for the sport.
I mean, that's because they had everybody in the captains, and then Captain Yamamoto was just like, yo, somebody's gonna have to go get Rukia, and Byakuya's like, I'll go. I was like, I'll go handle this.
Yeah. So he goes to go get his own sister. It's like, that makes sense. But I did get to see my boy, and I was like, oh, that's a dude. I really want to know how strong he'd be if he ever gets if he ever got a Bankai, or if he ever got a release, like a sword release. But that never
read
happened.
the manga.
Yeah, read the manga, bro. Read the manga.
I think you gotta read that final arc. That's what I've been telling you. You gotta read the final.
No one told me Kenpachi. I mean, like,
if you read it, you would know. Just go ahead. Just read the final. It's not even that many chapters. Just read the final arc, man.
And then you can watch it when it comes out.
All right.
Read the final arc.
Although I just I think I just put something together by accident. Anyways, all right, yeah, no, Kenpachi Zaraki. The other dude's name is something. All right, yeah, no, that's not him. That's not. All right. Sorry, I'm adding things and subtracting things in my mind right now. I'm thinking like final boss might be related, but may not be. But it's all right. Sorry.
Nah, your brain doing some quick math right there.
Yeah, you
that's quick math.
All right,
that's quick math.
All right.
Nope. But no, definitely read that final manga, and you'll see what happens to more than just Kenpachi.
All right. Fine.
Yeah, everybody, that's pretty much it for season 1 of Bleach. I don't know if you guys had anything else to add, but
I know you got final thoughts. Ty, what you got?
Can't wait till the actual last season on the anime of Bleach is out.
Oh yeah,
that we told we told Jams to read. So look out for that, people. That's my closing notes.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed season 1. It was definitely something to it's a good starter piece to get me going and even more, because I wanted to see, especially with the Soul Society people left that hanging on what they can do. It's time to go and rescue Rukia. Overall, Bleach is definitely still one of my favorite animes to watch. Even though I hated it in the beginning and didn't want to watch it because of my love for Yusuke, but
yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you're gonna watch Bleach, definitely look at one of those websites that tell you which episodes are fillers and which episodes are not. Because there are websites that will tell you watch X, Y, and Z episode. Do not watch these 3 episodes, and because it is very, very heavy on filler. Almost half of Bleach, I feel like at this point is filler. You could have gone without half of Bleach.
I wouldn't say half, probably 35%.
All right,
it's up there though.
It really is up there.
Yeah, it's higher. The creators
Although
of Bleach.
some filler arcs aren't that bad.
No,
Like
yeah, you're right.
there's Zanpakuto Rebellion. I kind of like that.
That's true.
Mm,
Yeah, and I actually thought Fullbring was a filler, but it wasn't, and I'm like, oh,
Nah.
God, all right. I
Fullbring was
just
not a
didn't.
filler.
I just
that's
did
Oh
not
that's
my
like
definitely
that.
manga related.
I'm
Yeah.
mad that he said that. I'm so
I
mad.
no, I just didn't like the whole Fullbring arc. It just didn't. It didn't do it for me. That wasn't arc. It
Alright, that's
wasn't
fine. That's
sexy
fine.
enough. Yeah. I was gonna say, Burn the Witch came out. If you need a Bleach creator, itch scratching.
Bleach adjacent.
Bleach, yeah, there you go. Bleach adjacent. I can't get words out. Say it for me. It came out recently, over the summer. So if you're really looking for something that's closely related to Bleach, those are the creators and animators. So dive into that.
Yeah, it's in the same universe as Bleach, but not really related to Bleach. Is what it's like Soul Society, like a Western branch
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's completely different aspect of Bleach. Just doesn't really have to deal with like Shinigamis or anything. It's like witches and dragons.
Yeah, I read the manga a little bit because that's not my thing, but it's not
On
bad.
my watch list.
It's,
My
it's
watch
only what
list.
three. It's only three chapters because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the. It was a one shot thing, but yeah, it's short thing. But like it's anime. I think it's animated now. Like it's been
It is.
animated to like to a movie. They added because it was just 3 chapters.
Was it a movie?
I think that they
I can't remember.
putting it out as a movie
All right.
because there's only
I don't
3
remember.
chapters to there's only 3 chapters to the actual manga, so I think they just turned it into a movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Burn the Witch, 1 season, 3 episodes.
Oh, so they
Currently.
broke it. They broke it
Oh.
apart into 3 different
So
things,
they
like an
put each
OVA. But
chapter into a
yeah.
Gotcha.
There you
So it's
go.
probably just long episodes. But yeah.
You never know. But yeah, that's it for Bleach. I can't wait. I want to see the final, but I guess I should read it. I think I'm
Yes.
gonna watch up to again and then read it. Just because, I'm about to have a child and there's nothing else gonna do. Nothing else to do, but
That
eat a
just
bacon.
means more. That just means more full bring.
Oh,
You-
God. You right.
Yeah.
That arc was that's my least favorite. I was just gonna throw it out there. But it ties in. So I'll read.
Okay.
See. I don't read manga. I will read the final chapter of Bleach manga. I'll stamp it, and then y'all can quiz me about it.
I mean, I guess if you want to say it like canon wise, yeah, that arc was kind of bad. Like if we're taking it in the whole, it's including fillers. I hated the Bounce saga. The Bounce arc.
Oh, yeah,
The Bounce arc was stupid.
yeah. That was kind of dumb too. But we like Bleach, guys. We promise.
Like, but yeah,
You
but like
sell
we can like something but still be critical of it. Like those are just some
Facts,
bad
facts.
fillers.
Right? Like I like Naruto, but I hate flashbacks.
Ooh, that Naruto,
many
yo, the
flashbacks.
battle at the Final Valley from the original Naruto, they flash back to that so many damn times. Just in Naruto alone, not even including Shippuden, just in Naruto alone, they flash back to that battle so many times.
Right. I think
It
the second most flashback was probably Naruto standing in front of a crowd going like this. And like, I get it. He had a rough
when he's on the
childhood,
swing set?
man. Yeah, on the swing set, and there's like a bunch of shadow people standing behind him. He's like, "What do you want from me?" Not one of y'all could have told him his father was a last Hokage. Not one of y'all. Come on.
It's the third.
pretty-
I'm telling you, the third set up some stupid ass rules. That's why I can't. That's why, sorry, Toby. I'm sorry, but you on the bottom of the Hokages. You down there with Toby Rama, the racist.
No,
Oh my bad, Toby Rama, the biget.
the
Toby
bigot.
Rama's a
Yeah, you
bigot.
can't call him. You can't call him a racist.
Toby Rama is definitely a bigot.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yo, so I just kill them all right now? It's like, no, what are you doing? Don't do that. Oh man.
But,
Naruto's topic for another day.
yeah.
True. But thank you everybody for coming out and listening to another episode of Anime Brothers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. It's me, Disciple Dashni, Quiet James, Ty So Fly. See you all next week. Any out.
Any out.
And y'all.
Peace.